Joining us now live is Jenn Cairo. She leads Portland's Urban Forestry Department at Portland's Parks and Recreation. Jenn, thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so earlier today we saw reports that your team has responded to more than 80 trees down on sidewalks, roads, and city property. Do you have an updated count for us tonight?
As of a little after 4 p.m. today, our crews had responded to 85 different call outs.
Okay, so 85. And how many crews do you currently have in the field responding to that damage, and what has a typical shift looked like for them today?
Well, they've been going 24/7 for a little while now. The real impact started overnight last night. We have a total of 29 arborists. Some of those, of course, we are not having work all at once. They go in rotations to be safe and to get some rest. And they'll continue to do that as they always do during weather like this.
And with more rain and wind expected early tomorrow, how are your teams preparing? Are they scheduled to work more overnights or extended shifts?
Well, our folks are an emergency response service similar to the fire department or ambulance services. So we are staffed 24/7 year round. At times like this, when there's high wind and more impacts, and especially those power lines where they're not buried in parts of the city, they're especially dangerous and something to look out for. They're always prepared. At times like this, we have, instead of one person on call at all times, we have more than one, and we always have crews available to come out should there be more than one person needed to resolve the issues. Of the 85 calls we've gotten, 46 of those have already been addressed. There were 11 road closures in the city, and most of those we're waiting for utility companies to address the power issues so we can get in and work on the tree parts.
So if residents see a downed or dangerous tree, what should they do? And does the process differ if that tree is, say, on private property versus city property?
Yeah, we provide the city's emergency response service for trees that are in public roads and rights of way and on city-owned and managed properties. On private properties, that's a different situation that private property owners handle as they would other things on their property.
And for homeowners who were not impacted this time around, what steps should they take now to prepare for this next round of weather? And are there warning signs they should watch out for, or even common mistakes that they should avoid?
Yeah, there are about 4.3 million trees in the city. And it's awful when things like crushed cars or just down trees happen, of course. What folks can do in these situations or in advance of them is employ some qualified, experienced arborist companies to take a look at their trees. And that's something folks should do at intervals to make sure that the trees are in good shape. Most are, but those that need some kind of work, it's a good time to do that year round. Right now, when the wind is blowing, if people see especially broken parts of the trees that are large and significant hanging over the roadway, for example, they should call 503-823-TREE, which is 8733, and that activates our crews 24/7. Other signs folks can look for, if the soil around the base of the tree is moving, that's a sign that the tree might be heaving out of the ground, and that's another time to get away from the situation and call for help.
Okay, Jenn, thank you for your time tonight.
You're welcome.